In the grand design of the natural world, chaos is the only constant. For eons, life has battled against the brink of extinction, forced to innovate or perish in the shadows. This is not just a story of survival, but of the engineering of power. We are taught to fear the bite, to dread the claw. But nature's most sophisticated weaponry is often trailing behind, hidden in plain sight, forged in the silent furnace of evolution. The tail is the unsung hero of the predator's arsenal. The tail. It is a motor of immense power, a weapon of surgical precision, and a lifeline in the high-stakes game of survival. It can crush, it can sting, and it can move mountains of water with a single calculated flick. Tonight, we peel back the skin of the wild to reveal the mechanics of the extreme. This is the definitive countdown of the 10 most formidable tails on Earth. Prepare yourself for a journey into the anatomy of the extreme. Prepare your senses. We are entering the realm of the extraordinary. This is the sting of reality. This is the surge of the wild. This is the top 10 most powerful tails in the animal kingdom. Number 10. The red kangaroo. A titan of the sun-scorched plains, where every movement is a calculated risk. To understand the kangaroo, you must understand the foundation upon which it stands. In the outback, balance is life. The kangaroo's tail is more than an appendage. It is a fifth limb, a solid pillar of pure muscle and tendon that supports a king, allowing it to rest and fight with equal ease. As it bounds across the desert at 40 miles per hour, the tail acts as a sophisticated energy recovery system, storing and releasing force with mechanical efficiency. It is the spring in the step of a legend. But the tail's true lethality is revealed in the heat of battle. To deliver a blow that can crack ribs, the kangaroo must first trust its entire life to this biological tripod. It is a moment of pure tension. The leverage provided by the tail allows for a strike with the force of a sledgehammer, a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering designed for total dominance in a world that shows no mercy. Number 9. The North American beaver, an architect of the wild with a secret weapon hidden beneath the surface. It is a creature of peace, but also one of power. It looks like a simple paddle, but it is a multi-purpose survival tool. Scaly, hairless, and leathery, it is built to endure the crushing cold of the north and the constant friction of the water. In the lean months, the tail becomes a critical fat storage unit. In the heat, it regulates body temperature. But its most dramatic function is much louder and much more vital to the survival of the colony. When danger approaches, the beaver fires a warning shot. A tail slap that creates a crack like a gunshot. A hydroacoustic alarm that echoes for miles through the silent forest. That sound is a declaration of presence and a call to retreat. It's enough to startle even the most seasoned predator, buying precious seconds for the colony to vanish into the deep. Number 8. The Emperor Scorpion, a relic of a more violent era carrying a weapon that has remained unchanged for millions of years. It is a nightmare cast in chitin. This is the Telson, a segmented weapon system that arches over the body like a living scythe. It is always poised, always ready to deliver judgment on anything that crosses its path. It isn't just a sting, it's a surgical instrument. Controlled by powerful muscular segments, it can strike with terrifying speed and microscopic precision, delivering a lethal dose in a fraction of a second. The venom is a sophisticated cocktail of neurotoxins designed to paralyze the nervous system instantly. In the silence of the desert, the tail is the ultimate reaper, and there is no escape. Number 7. The diamondback rattlesnake. Its tail carries a sound that has become the universal language of danger, a warning that echoes through the canyons. It is neither bone nor skin, but a specialized instrument of vibration. Interlocking segments that collide with every microscopic movement of the tail, creating a sound that triggers ancient fears. A rattlesnake can vibrate its tail 60 times per second, faster than the wings of a hummingbird. It is a high-frequency alarm system of the highest order, built for deterrence and death. This sound is designed to bypass the brain and trigger a primal, ancient fear. It is a clear message to any intruder: step no further, or face the bite of the diamondback. Number 6. The giraffe. In a world of giants, every inch of the anatomy is a battlefield. Even the most elegant swish has a purpose beyond mere comfort. On a calm day, it's a simple fly whisk. But don't let the elegance fool you. When predators close in, those powerful muscles transform the tail into a whip of surprising and calculated power. Number 5. The blue-spotted stingray, a silent glider of the shallows with a hidden, lethal secret trailing behind in the shadows of the sea. Hidden within that whip is a serrated, venomous spear. When threatened, the ray lurches its tail over its head with explosive speed, driving the barb deep into its target. A strike that is as painfully as it is deadly. Number 4. The saltwater crocodile, an apex predator of the water's edge, powered by an engine of pure, ancient muscle that has seen empires rise and fall. This is the motor of a killing machine. The tail provides the explosive force needed to launch its body out of the water with the speed of a bullet. It is the ultimate predator's motor. Number 3. The thresher shark. It is a scythe of the deep, a weapon designed to stun and kill entire schools of fish with a single high-speed whip of its colossal tail. The tip of that tail moves at speeds exceeding 50 miles per hour, creating a sonic shockwave that stuns fish instantly. It is the only shark that hunts with its tail, a master of the strike. Number 2. The blue whale, the largest creature to ever exist. A single fluke spans 25 feet across. This is the heavyweight champion of the biological world. Pure, terrifying power. With every single stroke, it generates enough power to move 200 tons of weight through the deep. A tail that doesn't just move, it moves the very world itself. A titan of the abyss. Number 1. The spider monkey. It is, without question, the most sophisticated. This prehensile tail is a literal fifth limb, so powerful it can support the monkey's entire weight in midair. It has its own tactile pad and its own neural network. It is the pinnacle of biological ingenuity. In the high-stakes world of the canopy, this tail is the ultimate expression of nature's genius. But the power of the tail is not a new invention. Millions of years ago, the Ankylosaurus carried a club of solid bone, a weapon capable of shattering the legs of the mightiest predators. The legacy of the tail is written in stone. And then there were the Thagomisers, the 4 massive spikes at the end of a Stegosaurus tail. A defensive array that could pierce the thickest hide. In the prehistoric arena, the tail was the ultimate defense. Even in the skies, the tail is a masterpiece of precision. From the elaborate displays of the lyrebird to the high-performance rudders of birds of prey, the tail is the key to aerial dominance and attraction. Today, we look to nature to build the future. Researchers are studying the mechanics of the tail to create more stable and agile robots. The lessons of evolution are being translated into the language of silicon and steel. Even in our own homes, the tail is a sophisticated communication device. A twitch, a wag, a stiff posture. It is a silent language of emotion and intent that we are only beginning to fully understand. For centuries, the power of the tail has haunted our dreams and inspired our myths. From the world-ending sweep of a dragon's tail to the divine protection of the Naga, it is a symbol of power that transcends reality. These tails do not exist in a vacuum. They are vital components of their ecosystems, maintaining the delicate balance between predator and prey. When a tail moves, the ripple effects are felt across the entire planet. The hunt never ends. The battle for survival is eternal. Beauty and lethality are intertwined in a dance as old as time itself. Remember, the most powerful tools are often the ones you least expect. Stay vigilant. The journey of the tail began in the primordial soup. What started as simple fins for stabilization evolved into the complex engines of power we see today. A multi-million-year epic of engineering. This has been a journey into the anatomy of the extreme. If you were captivated by this countdown, show your support. Like, share, and subscribe to join our journey into the heart of the wild. Your journey has just begun. The tail is not just an appendage, it is an extension of the spine. A seamless integration of bone, muscle, and nerve that allows for the near instantaneous transfer of force and intention. To see more high-stakes nature documentaries and support our work, hit that thanks button. Your contribution helps us keep the wild alive. Until the next hunt. This is the end of the line, for now. In the game of survival, the tail is also a shield, For many, it is the first and last line of defense against the crushing bite of a predator, a biological fortress. While the blue whale is the king of scale, the sperm whale's tail is a master of the deep. It generates the power needed to dive thousands of feet into the crushing abyss in search of giants. On land, speed is nothing without control. The cheetah's tail is its rudder, allowing it to make 90-degree turns at 60 miles per hour without losing its balance. High-speed precision. In the dark of the underground, even the smallest tail has a purpose. The naked mole rat uses its tail as a sensory probe, navigating the pitch-black tunnels of its colony with ease. In the midnight zone of the ocean, the gulper eel carries a bioluminescent lure at the tip of its tail, a beacon of death in the total darkness of the deep. Power is not always about force. For the bird of paradise, the tail is an instrument of seduction, an elaborate display of colors and patterns that defies logic and speaks to the heart of survival. High in the Himalayas, the snow leopard's tail is its most important tool. It provides the balance needed for gravity-defying leaps and acts as a warm scarf in the sub-zero nights. The pangolin carries a tail covered in overlapping keratin scales. It is a weapon, a shield, and a tool for climbing. A masterpiece of protection in a dangerous world. As we look to the future, the study of tail genetics is opening new doors in regenerative medicine. The secrets of the tail may one day help humans heal in ways we once thought impossible. In the swirling currents of the reef, the seahorse uses its tail as a biological anchor. A prehensile grip so strong it can withstand the pull of the tides. Stability in a world of motion. We have journeyed from the Australian outback to the deepest trenches of the ocean. Each tail we've seen is a testament to the raw power, the incredible beauty, and the infinite complexity of life. The platypus carries a tail that is a relic of ancient design. A fat storage unit, a rudder, and a stabilizer. A multi-tool for one of nature's most enigmatic survivors. And finally, a bonus. The most bizarre tail in the wild. A transparent window into the mechanics of movement. Nature's final mystery for tonight. But power is not always about strength. For the gecko, the tail is a decoy. Through autotomy, it can shed its tail to distract a predator, sacrificing a limb to save a life. The ultimate trade-off. The porcupine's tail is a fortress of needles. With a sudden thrash, it can embed hundreds of barbed quills into the flesh of an attacker, a weapon that keeps the wild at a distance. Sometimes power is about the eyes of the beholder. The peacock's tail is a masterpiece of visual engineering, an elaborate display designed to dominate the senses and ensure the future of the lineage. In the dense forests of Madagascar, the lemur's tail is a beacon, a high-contrast signal used for communication and social bonding in a world where staying together means staying alive. While the crocodile is the king of the coast, the alligator rules the swamps. Its tail is a motor of comparable power, a force of nature that has remained a top predator for millions of years. But even the mightiest tails have a delicate side. The whale's fluke is also a sophisticated heat exchanger, regulating the giant's temperature in the freezing depths. Power and precision, balanced.